All right, a big happy Monday to everybody. Good Lord. January 4th, of course it's, February 4th. It's almost noon o'clock in a beautiful Monday afternoon, late morning. Folks, we can't win for losing around here for weather. Don't get me wrong. I'd rather this than the 45 below wind chills that we got just less than a week ago. I don't even want to talk about that week anymore. Looks like I'm fogging up here too. I'm not sure if this is going to be a bad video or not, folks. It's been raining that I know of since about 5 o'clock this morning. And it's rained on a sheet of ice that froze last night. And it's just a disaster. Everything and anything is closed around here. The roads are awful. I'm across the highway right now loading up third crop baleage. Third crop alfalfa baleage. Pay no attention to this. This is the first bale, which you're going to get that rot mold a little ways into the first bale. The rest was completely fine because I used 2 bales of dry hay as a end cap. According to my screen, this is all screwed up. I'm going to finish this video and take a chance that it's okay. But anyway, this is some very good stuff. This is the last of my alfalfa baleage. This is third crop. It was cut a little prematurely, but I made a decision to do it because it was getting late in the year, and what I didn't want to happen was some sort of freezing temperatures on young alfalfa regrowth, which is a no-no. To be honest with you, I think I cut it a little too late where I'm going to experience some damage. Not to mention the weather, the freeze-ups. I think alfalfa is not going to be great this year. Not to mention, I have a full 24 acres of new seeding alfalfa, which did not look great before winter set in. So let's do a little hoping and a praying. Okay, alfalfa baleage. I'm a little disappointed in myself. It's not the end of the world because of the excess, not a lot, but excess of dry hay that we have. And of course the sorghum. Nonetheless, I'm a little disappointed in myself. I shot myself a little bit short with this alfalfa baleage. I've got 50 days worth of alfalfa baleage feeding to the heifer lot. I actually need 90. 90 would have been nice. I get a bale, I feed a bale every other day, which seems to be a perfect scenario for that group of young girls. I do believe that keeping them on alfalfa baleage is good for their beginning growth and overall health. It gives them one hell of a kickstart in their young life, for the lack of better words. But I have 50 days worth of feeding, which means I have 25 good bales of alfalfa baleage left. I sold 20 too many. Would have liked to add another 40 days of feeding for a total of 90 days. Shot myself short. Not too happy about it, but there's worse things in the world, so what are you going to do? I have no business being out here across the highway, on the road today. I have none. In fact, I know I'm in for a bit of trouble. It's bad. I had to run errands immediately this morning, bank, the feed mill, post office, and the side roads are the worst I've ever seen. They're all frozen solid, a skating rink of ice, but then with a layer of this moisture on top is just awful. I have a very bad feeling that you're going to see a video in a short time to come of me in the ditch trying to go up that little bit of an incline of a hill to the farm. It's not going to be good. I doubt that I'm going to make it. In fact, I'm going to think real hard about taking a different route, taking the old road back way. But yeah, not good. Not good. Better than 45 below wind chill. I guess that'll be our positive. But All is well. It's a Monday. I'm home all week. Keep up with the videos. I've got this week at home doing some catching up. Can't do a whole lot in this weather here, but see what we can get done. Okay. Yeah, I was doing a pretty good dance walking to the barn this morning. I can tell you that right now. But yeah, what are you gonna do? I need an extra set of hands. I do know that. All right, folks, we're gonna do something a little bit different here. You're gonna have to excuse the lack of videos this week, and especially the infamous Shout Out Friday, which I enjoy more than you do. You're gonna have to excuse me for that. Hands have been a little tied lately. I've had a few issues to deal with. Nothing to speak of, just life in general. It's all good. But yeah, the lack of videos this weekend. So we're gonna do a Shout Out Friday / Monday. Okay, we're gonna do something a little bit different. We're not doing this because there's not new channels out there to shout out. There is. And we're gonna get back to that. In fact, I guarantee you we're gonna get back to that later this week. We're gonna do something a little different and goofy and silly. A few weeks back, I asked for some requests for to help out a little bit in channels to shout out. And there was a couple people that mentioned, hey, why don't you go back to the beginning and shout these channels out again? Kind of a I believe somebody called it a "Where Are You Now?" which is pretty neat. I like it. I like that idea. So, I went back to the first legitimate shout-out video. I gotta be honest with you, I was a little disappointed in myself. All I was doing was just burping out the channel names instead of a little bit of information to go with them. So I can't give you a full "Where Are They Now?" shout out because I don't have the information over a year ago to reiterate in what they are now. But it seems to me not long after I started shout outs, which I thought it was a year and a half ago I started shout outs. I'm wrong. I don't know where the hell time is going. It's soon to be where that information is going to be available, and I think it's pretty neat. And of course, we are going to include in new channel shoutouts because that's how this originated, and that's what's most important. With all due respect, you guys know what I mean. Over a year ago, Northern Wisconsin Farming, my buddy Brad Larson, T&T Cattle Company, Landmark Cattle, Sowers Cattle Company, Cow Camp 87, Michigan Farming. On one whole video, that's what I shot out. If I would have had to do it over again as well, I would have just, maybe 1 or 2 channels a week. And understand some of those channels are some heavier hitters there as far as I'm concerned. I remember that video, well, hell, I watched it early this morning after chores. And it wasn't exactly some shout outs. That was a video kind of saying, hey guys, this is who I watch, this is who I really enjoy, and maybe check them out yourselves if you haven't yet. But yeah, we're gonna start doing some goofy, quirky, fun stuff with these shout outs and a "Where Are You Now?" once I get to the videos where I actually had a couple sentences of information and who they were at the time. But yeah, let's make this fun. I think it's all good, and yeah, so there's a little look-see what we got here. Of course, we're in the main alfalfa field. If all goes well, hopefully that's the main alfalfa field next year. You can't see the line, but that's pure grassy hay, about 13 acres, 14 acres beyond what you're seeing. And then of course last year's cornfield, which is going to be this year's sorghum field. So yeah, this is an 80-acre track, as we'll call it. 80-acre piece of property that the farm has. We have across the highway, which is about 98% tillable, which is worth its weight in gold. In fact, I'll just say it, the farm cannot operate and run without this beautiful 80 acres that we have here. If I'm not mistaken, I think Dad bought this, oh, I could be wrong here, but it was right after he got home from Nam. If not right after, within a couple of years following, which is when he took over the farm, right after he got home from Vietnam. So anyway, we got a wet, soggy, drenched, icy as hell day today. The worst of it is, I don't mean to be a complainer, the worst of it is we've got a deep freeze coming up, starting with 30 degrees at, what the hell was it, at about 5 p.m. So what's tonight going to be, or tomorrow? I don't know, but I don't think it's going to be good. It's very dangerous out there, very dangerous. In fact, I was at the feed mill getting some feed, and they're not even putting trucks on the road if it's not an emergency. If you've got enough grain to last a day or two, please wait, is basically what's going on. So happy Monday, everybody. Checking in, saying hello. A little bit of a re-shout out to some channels that I still watch and always will. I really like how this works, and hope everybody's doing okay. You had a nice Super Bowl weekend. Patriots obviously came up on top. I don't have a problem with the Patriots. I was pulling for the Rams for well-known reasons of, the Patriots have won too much, but they deserve it. I just opened up a can of worms here, and that's fine. I'm not crying the blues that they took home another trophy and they're all getting rings again. But kind of a goofy game, one hell of a defense game. That was unbelievable. But yeah, all is well. I'm not going to talk about the halftime show. I think we need to get Metallica back on board, or do a little reunite of Motley Crue or something. That'd be more my style. But no worries, no complaints, all is well. Folks, have a great day. We'll talk to you sooner than later.